some of that. You're not just getting to see Odyssey, you're also getting to see me play Eve, which is a bit of an experience. Alright guys, so I'm here in one of the new station environments. It's the redone interiors. Doesn't that look wonderful?
Spin.
I have my new Hurricane here, looking all spacey and camouflaged. Although I'm not sure why you really need camouflage in space, but you know, we'll let that one slide. So let's say that I've been killing a lot of people and losing sex status. I now have the option to repair it a little bit, right? So there's going to be these new tags that only drop in low sec that you can get, that you can sell on the market, or you can use them yourself. As you can see here, I'm currently at -3. I can drag that upwards, and there's going to be an IS price as well. So I can just exchange tags now to go to -1. So that's going to make it a bit easier than the whole ratting for 40 hours straight, which I know that basically no one really enjoyed. So once we undock, there's going to be a few lights, a few sirens to kind of give the start to a docking animation. And once we get outside, you'll see that the system scanner is going to run for the first time, which you saw a picture of before. Let's just go outside. And when we get outside, you'll see the scan, and then I'll show you a ship that we've been redoing some of the V3 and 4. So you see our scanner runs. It's going to run again. So of course, with some of this stuff, you might not want it on the screen always. So it'll run and it'll give you kind of a hint at what's in the system. If you want it on permanently, you go down to our little scanning menu down here and just switch it on. So this is kind of some of the direction we're taking Odyssey in, because we really want an expansion that's about exploration, that feels like Odyssey, right? Because like the old exploration where you hit the system scanner and you get kind of a database dump that was a list. Well, if we'd made an expansion around that, it would probably have been like something like EVE Online tax returns. Trying to get away from that. So we've redone a lot of the skins on the ship. So here's a new type. Also, as I mentioned before, we have a new radio menu, which is really, really handy. It does all kinds of really clever things. You can essentially use it on anything. So let's go to Stargate here. And it is really, really awesome. Once we get to the Stargate, you'll see that that's new as well. We've changed out the Stargates. They look like nice and fresh from 2013. And then you're going to see the first step in what I call the war on loading bars. So I hate loading bars. I think they're old-fashioned, and I'd much rather give people something beautiful to feel that the game is like seamless, right? Because Eve is played on a single server, a single shard, and then you get to a gate and it feels like you're kind of changing instances. So we're going to deal with that, and I'll show you the new effect once we get to the gate. It looks really awesome. We haven't done anything with the warp effect, that just looks gorgeous. Do you want me to turn it up a little bit? Let's turn it up a little bit here. Look at this. Oh. Actually, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit so I can talk a bit as well. Alright, anyway, so let's use this radio menu here, right? Doesn't that look gorgeous? Alright, so, you know what, let's take a look at the new warp effect, and this is, like, if you don't get a nerd boner right now, something's completely wrong. so you'll have to sit through it again. Hacks I just used will not be shipping in Odyssey. So, conveniently, located right around the corner is all the ships we rebalanced. Just happened to be there. Also, the new APOC model. Notice how all the previous APOC models had like all the towers and like half-built stuff down there? It took us 10 years to finally build the APOC. They look really good though. Alright, so now that we've seen those, let's go back into scanning. So let's turn this one back on so we can kind of get a view. We can look around the system. So the green things here, they're anomalies, right? Ooh, this happens to be an ice belt. So this is a pristine white glaze belt. That's the new place we're going to put ice. They're going to be not tied to downtime, of course, so when you can mine them out, they'll respawn after 4 hours. And hovering over this anomaly will give you the option to warp to it, it'll give you the option to bookmark it, and to probe if you want. So there's all these things in system, and I'm going to show you just a few of the probing improvements we've done as well. So let's go into the system scanner. Yeah. Alright, let's get this going. There we go. So, the new formations are here, right? So there's something called a spread formation, which is really good to start out, and there's something called a pinpoint formation, which is good to get really low. So when I press here, automatically set up probes. One thing we've also done is, instead of showing you guys a percentage, we've kind of divided the results into 3 different tiers, right? So there's a red result, which tells you if it's a signature, for example. There's a kind of a yellowish result, which tells you what kind of site it is, and then there's a green result, which tells you exactly what site it is and lets you warp to it, right? So here it's a little bit mysterious. We can build this bar up and gradually get more information. So I'm going to pull these probes in because you don't want to see me trying to find a signature. We'd be here all night. So I'm going to just use another quick hack here. So I'm going to spawn one of the new dungeons. This is one of the new archaeology sites. It's not fully furnished, but it does have the new objects in there, and you guys can get a look at kind of what we're trying to do with it. So we've taken the NPCs out of it, first of all, because it seemed odd that when you go exploring and you try to find something, that you basically have to run a mission. It didn't really fit with the theme. It felt a little bit like gun mining, which was kind of competing with another one, so we want to make the exploration experience about exploring. You'll come in and you'll get to see these things. This looks a bit better than the old cans, doesn't it? So, we're going to try and open it, which means breaking the log. Now this is very much work in progress. It's going to look and feel a little bit different. But the idea is that you use a computer virus with a certain strength of hit points, which you're going to try and get through the defenses in here. So you're trying to click your way through, and you run into stuff like this, like firewalls that you have to fight through. You'll lose some hit points you see when you try to click through this one. And then in the end, oh, god damn it, this is full of firewalls. What is this? Alright, so anyway, so we're going to try and click through this, and in the end you'll get to essentially the mainframe here that you have to defeat to unlock the container, right? So I'm going to attack it, and the system hack is successful, and what's going to happen here is that we see all these things are jettisoned into space. So I'm going to pick this one up. Red is bad, red means we can't pick them up, green means happy. We can only pick up one at a time, so it's pretty important that you bring a friend for this. So we're going to pick a few up of these. This guy's coming in as well, so I have 3 containers so far. That's fairly good. I'd like to get maybe 6 or 7. Let's see. So the white ones are going out of reach, which of course there are none because I'm a skilled pilot, so I just flew closer. But they're going to start disappearing off the thing, so you won't be able to pick them up on your own. So you can bring a friend, you can have a newbie or whoever come in there. These will only stay in space for a few seconds, essentially. And, is that CCP Foxhorn causing trouble? Luckily, I'm fit with absolutely nothing, and I think he might just blow me up. All right, let's try and reset the camera here. And you guys can watch me blow up this last one. This is pretty much how it ends every time I play online. Alright guys, that was a quick intro to some of the stuff we've shown you guys on the slides. There's going to be devlogs, there's going to be information, and of course we're going to make sure that you get this in just about a month. Oh god. Alright guys, anyway, that's a quick demo of the stuff we've just shown you here. There's going to be more devlogs, you can go try it out on a test server, and otherwise you'll get it live on TQ in about a month. And that's it.